Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Infinity Pool. I have to say I don't know much about it except for now. I read it before I jumped on camera, just the IMDb synopsis, right? So this couple goes to some all-inclusive resort that is make-believe. So I don't know if it's make-believe for us or make-believe for them. I don't know. But it is fictional. I'm assuming that's for us, right? And as they're there, some accident happens, and it makes them realize that not everything is as it seems. That's what I'm gathering from it. I don't know. But for some reason, it's been on my list for a while since it came out in the theaters. Probably, or since, you know, it was going to come out in the theaters. Now it's at home. It is on Amazon Prime for $14.99. Again, the link will be down there if you guys want to watch it. Goth, who's been in a lot lately, is in it. Alexander Skarsgård is in it as well. And I don't know if you've seen his IMDb picture. I laugh now because normally I know who the guy is, and I've seen him many times. He's got like a tuxedo shirt, a tuxedo with no pants on his IMDb thing. So maybe I'll try and flash that up there. You know, I won't remember it when I make these edits. But that's kind of wild. 6.3 on IMDb. 8,673 people have rated it so far. So I don't know. I'm very intrigued by this film. It is a weekend film because it is an hour and 57 minutes. Not too bad, but let's get into it. Let's find out what it's about, give you a better idea, let you know what I think. We'll see if I go with the new keep it short kind of idea, or I embellish a lot more. Who knows? Stick around, find out. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're at the 57-minute, 22-second mark, and I know I've been trying to stay away from check-ins and just try and be concise on my reviews, but I have to jump in real quick because it's at the top of my mind. Like, who thinks of this stuff? Like, I had no idea what I'm getting into here, to be honest with you. I mean, it is weird, but good. You know, I like these kind of weird movies. If you've seen some of my other stuff, I'll try and watch anything, like, and that it makes you, you know, different than what we see every other day. And this is completely different than anything we've ever seen. At least I shouldn't say we, like you and I. I don't know what you've seen, but this is different. So they're in some vacation place, right? And you know, they meet a couple, and I forget even what IMDb says. Oh, the accident happens, right? So he gets in trouble for the accident. Well, then it really gets crazy, right? So really, immediately I was like thinking to myself, this is another movie where it makes me not want to go outside of our country, United States, right? Because you don't know what kind of laws are out there. I remember a long time ago when I was in Arizona, and I said, yo, go visit Mexico, but if you hit a dog, a stray dog, you'll be in prison forever. It's like, it's different down there. And it's like, so don't, like, hit a dog. I wouldn't plan on it, but still, it's like, that's the difference between being an American and living in the United States and living somewhere else. And I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to put down any other country or anything like that. It's just different than what we're used to, right? That is what this movie reminded me of. It's like, oh, okay, he had an accident, he got in trouble with the law, and so, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. You'll be in prison for the rest of your life for just accidentally hitting a pedestrian. Well, it goes way above that, right? And I'll say really quick, spoiler alert, so if you have no idea about anything about this movie, stop watching this review, and if, I don't know, but I gotta talk openly. They clone him, and then they kill the clone. And now, he's still in the same place, and we're only halfway through this movie, he's still in the same place, his wife is there, and he's continuing to live his life. Whether he's the clone or not, doesn't matter, but now he's living with other people where this all happened. Or he's not living, he's still vacationing with other people who have also been cloned and then executed. And they're wearing these masks. It's out there, man. It is out there. And I had to stop and say that and share that with everybody really quick, because I know not everybody makes it to my 10 to 15 minute reviews, but if you stuck this long, I appreciate it. I'm going to get back to it here, but had to jump in real quick just to catch those of you who might jump out early. So I'll be back. We'll see what happens. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Infinity Pool, and as I was getting up to turn on the camera, I was like, I mean, again, not what I was expecting, not what I sat down to think I was going to watch. Extremely strange and unusual movie. So if you didn't know that coming in, now you do. If you stuck with me after my check-in where I had to use a little bit of spoilers to tell you what was going on, it's not going to ruin the movie, I don't think, because it continues on. Like, I had a whole another hour to go there. Now, I will say, I mean, it is up there with all the other weird movies, and I wish I could mention them right now, but I forget them. But there's a lot out there. Dogtooth, like that kind of weird, right? That's where it brings me to. I'm glad I thought of it. And there's other ones like that, but that one's the one that sticks out in my mind. Not that it's similar in plotline or acting or anything like that, but weirdness, craziness. And there's a lot more out there. There's the other one that I just watched too. Anyway, that's disregard all that, but I mean, it's just on its own kind of stuff. Now, what I was gonna say is, I'm okay with the weirdness and craziness and gonna knock you off your stool a little bit, right? It is heavy in the sexual manner. A lot of full frontal nudity. I had no idea. I think it even meant hedonism. All that kind of stuff runs rampant in the second half of this film. So if you're uncomfortable with that, which it is. It kind of, not that it bothers me, but it was a little over the top, and took away from everything else. And I get it. It's kind of like cultish, is what I think they're doing in this film, and so I think they relate what they were doing, orgies and that kind of stuff, to a cult. So, and I only tell you that because to warn you, because maybe you knew what I knew coming into this film, which was absolutely nothing, until I sat down and I looked up and to see who's in. This is on my list. Who's in it? Skarsgård and Mia Roth. I'm like, all right, and whatever. And that's how I go into these films. And now this is how I come out of them. So, again, way up here on strange and unusual and the pornographic kind of level. I'm trying to think, like, am I glad I watched it? Sort of. Obviously would not watch this again. I don't even know what else to say about this film. It has me bewildered. Let me give you that. I don't even know what score to give it. But I watched it, and I'm sharing with you everything that I can. I've already given you enough spoilers. Well, not spoiler how it ends or anything like that. I mean, the spoiler that I gave you isn't enough to ruin any part of this film. Trust me on that one. So, because I couldn't ruin this film by telling you everything about it, because you have to see it yourself. I feel like there's nobody watching me right now. You've already given up on me, and if you did stick this long, I really do appreciate it. I can't advise you to check it out, but if you do, I've hopefully armed you to go see it the way might help you a little bit. Alright, that's it. I'm going. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.
Thank you.